Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, man, in California right now, as I'm doing this video, it's raining again the last couple days. It's just crazy, crazy weather here. I still have power, obviously, as you can see. But I do have a winner in for my contest. The Misfits voted. Thanks everyone for making videos. Brings back the memories with tape on the cards, hole punches, drawings. Just love the beater. Well loved cards, and it was tough. I mean, the Misfits had a difficult time. I mean, so tough. Everyone picked a different channel, so we had to go back to the drawing board 2 or 3 times, fight it out. I was working up a sweat, and these guys can't decide on anything. But we finally came up with a winner, and the winner is the king of beater cards is Jimmy Guns. Jimmy Guns is the winner. Guns, I will mail, email me here. My email is vintageoddballcards@gmail.com, vintageoddballcards@gmail.com. Email your information to me, and I'll send out the cards. So thanks again, everyone who made a video. Now on to the topic today is Goudey. I'm going to do a shallow dive in the small pool here. Not going to get too involved, but a little background information on Gowdy cards. Gowdy, Gordon Gowdy, started his company in 1919. First factory was in Boston. His nickname was the Penny Gum King. And he produced baseball cards over the years. 1933, he produced a 239 card set. Yes, 239, not 240. The card missing was card 106, Nap Lajoie. Now it's missing because obviously these gum companies, they're not the only company to do this. There's other pre-war sets which is short printed a particular card. Well, they did not produce this card 106, until the next year, 1934. You would have to mail in to receive the card. And it's definitely scarce, rare card, very expensive if you try to purchase one nowadays. So we're going to go with cards, the set being 239. Now, Babe Ruth had 4 cards in the set. Lou Gehrig had 2. We're going to start with Lou Gehrig. This one here is card 160. He also had card 92, which is exactly the same card. So 92 and 160 are the same. This is probably all the cards I'm going to show you right now. This is the most beautiful one in the best condition, and it's only in a 2.5. You're going to see a little issue with the corners here, but besides that, I mean, this one's just a beautiful card. On the back here, you can kind of see what it looks like. Many of you have seen these cards before, but just a beauty there. Now, Ruth had 4 different cards in the set. The first one I'm going to show you is a double printed card. If you go on PSA Pop Report, there's over 1,200 of them. That's just PSA. I didn't look for SGC, what their pop is, but I'm sure it's way up there also. This is probably the most produced playing day card, is this one here of the Babe. And this one, beautiful example, as you can see, man. The registration on his face, the problem you have with some of these cards, it could be a higher grade, but it just doesn't look like this. Now this one has issues, missing a little on the corner here, a little chipping right here, but man, just a beautiful card. and that's card 144. I think most people, if I took a, actually, comment down below, what's your favorite of the ones I'm showing you now? If everything was equal, same, looks the same grade or whatever, what would be your favorite of the ones I'm showing you today? I think a lot of people would pick this one. Now, the second one I'm going to show you is card 149. And this one has a kind of a big issue. The card itself looks fantastic if I cover this up right here. But somebody tried to fix a crease here. They actually did a decent job of it. But, it's just a bummer that they did that. This card, I believe I'm going to take it to the National and trade it with a couple other cards and some money to get a big boy card. And it's not even a Ruth. But, it kind of still bugs me, even though I mean, heck, it's a Ruth card. So that's the second one. Now the third one here, I just recently picked this one up. This is card 181. I think this might be my favorite of the Ruth, the 4 Ruth cards. It's right here. I just kind of like, I don't know, just the reason for being the 1 is it does have some paper loss right here on the back. But I think without the paper loss, this would probably grade a 2, a 2.5, 3, and a 2.5 or 3 in this card probably going to cost you, $12,000, $10,000, $12,000, $13,000, somewhere in that general range, or maybe even more. So to save a lot of money, I went with this one. To me, it just looks beautiful. Now his cards, his Goudey cards, if you go on eBay right now, you're going to find this card. You're going to find multiples of this card in different grades. And they're so darn expensive for the amount of cards that are out there. I mean, this one, Pop Report, probably PSA 800-900, to me, just guessing here, I believe there's going to be somewhere along the way here a drop on the price of these cards, whereas some of his scarcer cards like the Yorks and the Harringtons and the Thorpes and some of the strip cards and the Drakes and the different cards that the Pop's under 100, under 50, I just don't see the prices slowing down because someone is going to want that particular card. But this, I could see somewhere along the way here a drop in prices on the Goudey cards. Now the fourth one I'm going to show you, excuse me, it's not even, it's the yellow one, but I don't have the 33 yellow, card 53. I have the next best thing. It's actually the same card, but this one was produced in 1934. Goudey produced a set in Canada. It's under the brand Worldwide Gum. And this one here, just, I mean, look at this. The corners, the color. I mean, it looks, I mean, just from here, it looks like a 7/8 type card. But it does have one main issue, and that's on the back. And you're going to see a little paper loss here, some glue marks. This was most likely, placed in taped on to something on an album or something, and basically protected the card because you normally don't see a card like this. Pop Report is, God, man, there's only like, I believe 67 of these. Worldwide Gum, this Worldwide Gum card, and price-wise, you're going to be able to get it the same price as the 53 yellow Goudey card, which looks the same. Canadian version, a lot more scarce, but the same price. So now in 1934, besides the Worldwide Gum cards, Goudey came up with a 96 card set, And Ruth is not in the set, which is kind of interesting. No Babe Ruth cards in the set. He was a mega star. The reason, most likely, some people say, we really don't know, but speculating here, that some people said Ruth and Gehrig didn't get along. That's the reason why. I doubt that. I think it's more, they shared the same super agent, Christy Walsh. And he did all the business dealings for Ruth. You know, gum company, I mean, Ruth was advertising, he had all kinds of different business deals, and I'm sure the gum company wasn't the top of his list. Christy Walsh probably wanted to boost Lou Gehrig's profile, told Goudey, hey, I'll give you Gehrig, I'm not going to give you Ruth. And so Gehrig has 2 cards in the set, and one of them is probably my favorite when it comes to just the Gowdy Lou Gehrig cards is this one here. And this one has some creasing right there. I actually enjoyed this one so much, I have the image on a t-shirt that I wore at the last year's National. Just crazy, beautiful card. Back, obviously. And then here it says, Lou Gehrig says. So the first, I believe 81 cards has Lou Gehrig says. 81 to 82 to 96 is, I believe, Chuck Klein says. And Chuck Klein was also, Christy Walsh was also Chuck Klein's agent. And Chuck Klein was a star in those years, so it makes sense that you know, hey, a National League, why don't we use Chuck Klein for the National League cards and Lou Gehrig for the American League cards. Now the second card I'm going to show you that he had in the 2 cards, one being the yellow, the second one is card 61, and probably my least favorite of the Gehrig cards. I mean, beautiful example here of the, you know, the front again has an issue with a little paper loss here. You know, when I first bought these, you know, God, just to save a ton of money. The important part was the front. To me, would I still buy this? I would. I would still buy. I bought this, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. I'd still buy this with the paper loss. So that's the second card in the set. Now, in 1935, there's no Lou Gehrig cards in the set, but there is a Ruth. And there were 36 different cards in the set. And it's called the 4-in-1. And this is the one I have is the Ruth and a 1.5. Little chipping here, but a nice example of the Babe. This one I picked up years ago. Man, this was probably the least expensive of all the Goudey cards, even to this day, for Ruth. But this was like, I don't know, $500 maybe, and now these are well over $1,000 nowadays. But there's 9 different puzzles that you can complete. I don't know if they kind of mailed it in 35, you know, because I guess a monster set would have been 33. They, you know, the next year with 96 cards, now we're at 36 cards. So those are my Gehrig cards. You know, comment down below, which is your favorite, you know, of everything being equal, what would be your favorite Ruth and Gehrig card? Just be interesting. Again, mine, just offhand, I'm going to go with this one here, being my favorite Goudey. And it's a tough, I would say the yellow would be my favorite Gehrig over the full body image here. So hey, thanks again for watching. This is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.